On Talk Sports, reaching you live and direct from Global Television. It's a beautiful day right here, Tuesday. You know how it happens on Tuesday after the whole rushes from weekend to Monday. Then we get to Tuesday, then we step down a little bit, but then so many things happening. Wow, my God. Yes, a lot of statements coming from the Nigerian side, and from Nigeria will take you outside the shores of this country, and we will also look at the games going down from playing today. They are not playing today, they might be playing tomorrow, but then what do you think of these games? All of this and many more will be coming on your way. My name is Ramsey Enoch Agbo. I'm going to be the man at the middle of the game. I'm putting on jersey number 10 today. You know how we do it. I'm going to be running it, doing it just around the middle anyway, but then I will bring you to speed with, first of all, the things happening from Nigeria here. As a matter of fact, National Youth League key to Nigerian football, according to Elegbeye. As a matter of fact, the chairman of the Nigerian Professional Football League, NPFL, Honorable Benga Elegbeye, has stated that the inaugural National Youth League, that is NYL, is poised to transform football in Nigeria. He also stated the following, that the league's opening match at the MKO Abiola National Stadium in Abuja, where Kano Pillars under 19 secure a 1-0 victory over Legacy Stars of Abuja. Yeah, that is what Elegbeye is saying, and as a matter of fact, we will also look at what is happening from Edo State, and that's going to be after this break, because my guest will be joining me after this break. Why we do sport, Phillips Uja will be joining me to add his voice to the conversation today, so that we can bring you to speed and do a little analysis of what is going on in the world of sport in Nigeria and outside the shores of this country. We'll return after this break. Well, welcome back. It is still Talk Sport live on your screen on this beautiful Tuesday morning. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. You know, when we talk about sport, everything is beautiful that moment and afterwards, because sport ignites, sport unites, sport day and night. Quickly, let me take you through what is happening in Edo State. Do you know what is happening in Edo State? Let me just brief you a little of what is happening in Edo State. Delta, Lagos, Bayelsa, Sweeper, more gold medals. Defending champion Delta State is not given anything to chance in its determination to win the ongoing 8th National Youth Games at the Stephen Keshi Stadium back there. The game started on Monday. David Udo of Delta State won the 400-meter boys gold medal in time. The time was 49.33 seconds. That's not all. Team Delta made it double as Ngozi Treasure Okereke of Delta State won the 400-meter girls final in 53.50 seconds. Then Team Delta also celebrated in the gymnastic event, meaning these guys are just everywhere. They know their onions and they know why they have come for this game, and they are just slashing the gold. Come on, won't you leave some for other states? All right. Any state that is not being smarter, that is not ready, you just go with all. As a matter of fact, from a gymnastic event, they also got 3 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. It was Team Delta all the way in judo, where the state got her first gold in the 32 kg girls event through marvelous judo. Ondo State is not also left out, as they were second, while Edo, Abia were joint third in the paralytics. Oh my God, para-athletics, my God, that's wonderful. I think there is more energy, there is more ability in disability these days, because these guys are doing well. Remember, they just returned back and they were being honored. I'm talking about the national team just returned, and they were being honored by the president's wife. As a matter of fact, a lot of gift items, a lot of prizes to appreciate their effort. I'm talking about the Paralympics that just returned right now. We are hearing that in the Paralympics that was concluded, the event happened, and they made it fantastic, and it was beautiful. Lagos actually also grabbed the gold in the shot put in my God, F47/47 boys, while Team Edo got the silver medal. Edo seems not to be left out, I think, apart from the election happening in Edo on Saturday. The contingents from Edo State are not doing badly in the National Youth Games. As a matter of fact, Nasarawa settled for the bronze in shot put. 42/44 girls. Akwa Ibom also got the gold, Kwara silver, and Abia bronze in long jump. My God, F46/47 girls. Bayelsa also got gold medal, Imo silver. Then let me just say Kwara State got bronze. The Delta capture the gold medal in the long jump. Boys with Bauchi settling for the silver, and Katsina State settle for the bronze. It's so good that it's all encompassing, and right now we can hear of Bauchi and Katsina State also getting something right there. Well, I'll let you know when our guests are all joined via Zoom. I'll let you know, but then before he comes, let me just take you through this. As a matter of fact, I don't know, but then it is so beautiful to know that Okoye is not doing badly in his club. You know what I'm talking about? Our own brother. I'm talking about Okoye, the goalkeeper of the Super Eagles, who have been coming for every of the games for Nigeria, even though he has been on the bench because Nwabili is on top of his game. But we need to look at it a little bit. For how long is he going to stay on the bench, even though he's so fantastic back there in Udinese? I'm talking about Okoye, who featured as Udinese claimer 3-2 comeback winner against Parma, and they go top right now. Maduka Okoye, the gentleman that I'm talking about right now, was in action for Udinese, who came from 2-0 down to defeat Parma 3-2 away in the Italian Serie A. That was yesterday. If you watch that game, you will know that Okoye is on top of his game. He's not taking a no for an answer at all. The way he pushes, his punches and everything, he is in charge of the sticks in between the goals. He is right there stopping goal, and congratulations to them for making it. It was actually 3-2 that game ended. The win now saw Udinese jump straight to top spot with 10 points in the league table after 4 games so far. It was Okoye's 4th appearance so far in the Italian top flight so far this season. All right, Phillips is right here, and he's going to be joining us as we talk about the things happening from the world of sports so far. Hello, good morning, Phillips Uja. Good morning, Phillips. All right. As soon as we establish the sound, I'll let you know. Good morning, Phillips. All right. Philip cannot hear me right now, maybe because of little issue, but then I'll let him in as soon as the connection is being established. I was talking about what's happening. I was actually talking about Okoye. You know, sometimes Maduka Okoye, some people said if you see the way he performs back there in Udinese, he's fantastic in between the sticks. But then the way it is, he always comes, he gets invitation every time, and he is always honoring the invitation. As it is, I don't know, but then he has not been getting enough play in the Super Eagles, but he kept coming, even though he is fantastic. He's doing well in his club side back there in Europe. Right now, we want to talk about it. For how long will he continue? Or you feel in some games he should be tried, even if it is for a little time. The little time he was being tried, he didn't perform badly, but some person said the confidence is not there, and the reason why Nwabali is always in between the sticks for the Super Eagles is because he has a lot of confidence in between the sticks. I don't know if you differ in opinion. Hello, good morning once again, Philip Uja. Hello, Phillips.
Yes, I can hear.
All right, as soon as we get Philip connected, we will let you know. Moving away from there, let's also let you know that Udinese pulled a goal back in the 49th minute, and that was how they actually got the win for that game. And moving away from there, I also want you to know that Okoye was named as a key feature in Udinese's game, and Maduka Okoye was in action for Udinese as they won of that game on a very beautiful I think 4 times, 4 appearances. If you're not good enough, you cannot even appear once, not to talk about appearing 4 times. Looking at this appearance now, I think Okoye is not doing badly, and he should also be allowed to come in between the sticks for the Super Eagles if he has actually built his confidence, because there's been an argument that he is not having a very wonderful confidence. Okoye was named Udinese Player of the Month for February early this year, following his impressive display in goal for the Italian club. If he's doing well in Italy, then he should also do well when he comes to the Super Eagles. But he was on the bench for the Super Eagles in their action in 2025 qualifiers against Benin Republic and of course Rwanda during the international break. The last time he actually featured in goal for the Super Eagles was at the 2021 African Cup of Nations back there in Cameroon in the round of 16 clash with Tunisia, and he didn't do badly. He will stay on the bench for too long. Some persons said he has been on the bench for too long. If you remember in that game, in that clash, that round of 16 clash in Tunisia against Cameroon, he didn't perform badly. Okay, so I think if he's been given more play time, it will be good. But as it is right now, we don't know how it's actually gonna go. But this is somehow disappointing. Why did I say it's disappointing? Because Nigeria will be thinking of somebody else to come into the shoes of the coaching crew of the Super Eagles. I'll let you know who that person is, and that's going to be after this break. We're going on a quick break. After this break, we'll return, and I'll let you know who is going to be or is now the new head coach of the Super Eagles. Remember, the Super Eagles are coachless right now because Austin Eguavoen said I was given assignment to lead the Super Eagles to play against Benin Republic and of course Rwanda, and that assignment has been completed, that I'm stepping aside. And some person said, hey, come on, you don't have to step aside. You have done very well. Continue with this, but it is not within the confine of Austin Eguavoen to decide whether or not he will continue to be the coach of the Super Eagles. That is left to NFF. But now it is obvious that NFF is more interested in a foreign coach than a local coach for reasons best known to them, even though ex-internationals have actually clamored for the Super Eagles to have a local coach, a Nigerian coach. When I say local coach, I mean an indigenous coach and not a foreign coach. Details of that will come on your way after this break. Don't go nowhere.
Take this one down to
It is still Talk Sport on Global Television on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Well, let's quickly get Phillips Uja to talk to us right now. Phillips Uja is joining us via the phone right now, and of course, he's going to be talking about Maduka Okoye. He's been consistent in Udinese, but then he has been on bench for a very long time since after the round of 16 qualifiers. So we will be having Phillips Uja right now. Okay, so good morning, Phillips.
Yeah, good morning, Ramsey, and the viewers of Global TV. Sorry I could not establish the Zoom connection. I think due to the network issues. Nigeria, that is what we face every day.
Oh, okay. Talking about Maduka Okoye, you heard what I said. So what would you have to say about that?
Without wasting time, one thing we should understand is the goalkeeping department is a very special one. And if you miss the opportunity, to be hard for you to have it back. Now, if you invite players, if you have about 20 active players and they have just 3 goalkeepers, I can bet you that all the 20 players might have playing time, but the other 2 goalkeepers might not have time to feature till the end of the tournament. And that is the kind of condition we're having now with Nwabali and Maduka Okoye. If you ask me, taking their pedigree, I think there's no comparison between Okoye and Stanley Nwabali going by their club ranking, their position, what they earn, and all of that. But the truth of the matter is, the time that Maduka Okoye had his time, we saw what happened in Abuja when we played against Ghana. We saw what happened in the Nations Cup when we played against Tunisia. I know those costly mistakes he made are the things that go hunting him. I know there was the point you're not looking for goalkeepers. They brought in, what is it called? Adele from Israel, it didn't work. They brought in Uzo, it didn't work. They brought in the other guy from the local league, it still didn't work. So I think all these things are what have happened and have made Nigeria search for a goalkeeper, and then they brought in Nwabali. Now, if you look at Nwabali, Nwabali was the player that played sometimes they go a Lobby Stars. How did he leave? He was surplus to requirement. But since he went to South Africa, he grabbed his opportunity and he came up with something good. And then at that point, that he came to the national team. So for Okoye to come back now, it's going to be a bit difficult for him because this player, they won't want to leave so quickly. Like Nwabali has been trying to hold his position down, and that is why it is difficult for Okoye to come back to starting lineup. But I think with time, Okoye is going to get his time because no player is going to be there forever. Nwabali at some point probably is going to have, I'm not saying he has injury, but injury is part of football. But I think that might happen, and then Okoye might claim his first choice. We should and he's still wearing the jersey number 1 to show that he still owns the number 1. Just that he's taking us now. Nwabali is preferable because he's been the one that has been doing all the job for the team. But if you look at the last match, there were some issues with him and then the player, him trying to waste time and all of that. So if you look at all of that playing, I think the time for Okoye to come in will be very soon. And so the clamor for Okoye to come back as the number 1 is not out of place, but I think it's going to take time for him to come. So let him just keep coming out and working that guy, because I know the club will also be worried that you'll be taking all the flight down from Udinese down to Nigeria all the time, and you always be working the bench and coming up as a second fiddle to a player that is playing in the African League. I think it won't go too well with the club, but I think that is the condition he's going to face now. So he just need to fight for his share.
All right, I know you have a limited time, but before you go, let's quickly look at the Champions League fixtures that will be going down today. And as a matter of fact, which of the games actually catch your fancy? Is it that of AC Milan and the other side of the Manchester United game? Yeah, AC Milan, Manchester Manchester United, or you have other games that catches your fancy right there. Which of the games are you really looking forward to? Because we have the Young Boys and or Aston Villa, we have AC Milan and Liverpool, and of course we have the Juventus game. And tomorrow we also have some other beautiful games that will actually be going down, and even in the EFL we have Everton and Southampton. A lot of games going down. Which of these games would you want to talk about?
All the games are games that we are going to look at, especially the ones that are going to be involving the English teams. Of course, we know that in this part of the world, we are mostly fans of the English clubs and their league. So I'm going to see how Liverpool, coming back from their shocking defeat last week at Anfield to Nottingham Forest, see how they are going to pick up and then grace their match against what is it called, AC Milan. I saw in their team lineup that traveled to Milan, they found their new signing, the coach that made the trip. So wait to see what he brings to the table for Liverpool. Talking about their coach Arne Slot, he wasn't too happy about the loss they have against Nottingham Forest. So we're going to see how today's fixture are going to find out. For Aston Villa, I think this is the first time in a long time that they are coming back to the Champions League. Let's see what they are bringing to the table. We know how they performed last season in the league, coming to the Champions League. Although it's a different ball game when it comes to the continental competition. But the problem I have in the Champions League this season is the fact that it's going to be eating much into the league fixtures. Many Champions League playing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And so many players and clubs are coming out to complain about the board shocking fixtures and all of that. I think UEFA should also look into that and see how they can streamline the league, so that the league will also have enough time for the extra. We're not going to be seeing injuries, fatigue, and all of that. So I think that's just all I have to say about the Champions League.
All right, Phillips, it will amaze you to know that Nigeria is about appointing another coach again.
Who is the coach?
Nigeria to appoint a former Cameroon and Jamaica boss as Super Eagles head coach. The Nigerian Football Federation is on the verge of naming German coach, talking about Winfried Schäfer as the new head coach of the Super Eagles. That's the report we are getting right now. But the decision came after weeks of negotiation, with the Schäfers expected to succeed Eguavon, who has served in the interim capacity since late August. And of course, you know what has been happening in the coaching crew of the Super Eagles. What do you think?
Well, the truth of the matter is we have been clamoring for foreign coach, and so I think let's just allow the NFF have their way. But I think the way Eguavon played last international window, so many people saw the correction. One of the greatest problems of the team was solved, and that's the issue of conceding cheeky goals. So since we are able to curb the issue of conceding cheeky goals, whichever coach is going to come, the stake has been raised high. So if you are bringing up a foreign coach, let it be the foreign coach with pedigree. But another thing now is, do we have the money and the what is it called, all the requirement to bring in a sound and trusted foreign coach? Your guess is as good as mine, but we'll wait for the coach to come, and we're going to give him all the needed support for him to succeed. Nigeria is our country, and then we'll always wish them the best thing.
All right, thank you very much for your time. I know you've exceeded your time already. Thank you very much, Philip Uda. We hope to have you live in the studio some other time. All right, thank you for joining us from there. Now let's get back to the issue of having a new coach in the Super Eagles. Remember, Labadia, Finidi George started the race, and of course, after Finidi George, I don't know, Eguavon came and his assignment was carried out. Then after Eguavon, we heard that a coach was announced. We never saw him coach the Super Eagles in real sense, in actual sense of it. We only heard he was announced, and that is Labadia. And before Labadia even labadied himself into the Super Eagles, he labadied out of the Super Eagles. Well, whichever way you want to put it, it's all the same. But right now, NFF has reached an agreement with Schäfer, and of course, who has previously managed Cameroon, Thailand, and Jamaica to take charge of Nigeria's senior national team. According to the information, Scafa's experience and his experience include the winning of the African Cup of Nations with Cameroon in 2002. That's a long time ago. Your guess is the same as mine, and leading Jamaica to the Caribbean Cup title in 2014, and that made him a top candidate. Scafa's official unveiling is expected soon. We don't know yet, but then the same way Labadia was announced, but then his unveiling never happened until some issue happened. We were made to understand from some quarters that it was because something happened concerning his wage, where some persons allegedly were asking for 10% of his salary. That wasn't proven in any way, but we are made to understand today by NFF that it was because of some tax issues that he never, his appointment, his announcement never saw the light of day. But now with reports suggesting he will bring his own backroom staff. I'm talking about the new coach that is about to be announced. However, discussion about local assistants are ongoing because he's going to have locals assisting him because as it is right now, he's coming in fresh. But then we have some locals who are already used to the players and with whom the players will do a very beautiful job in the field of play. Well, let me move away from there and move to other things. Nobody asks players about adding games. Alisson is the one complaining the same thing that Uja just talked about. Liverpool goalkeeper, I'm talking about Alisson Becker, says players are not being listened to about workloads. Imagine playing all the way to Thursday. My God, where's the strength coming from? Where's the energy coming from? Will fatigue not set in? That's the question we are asking this morning on TalkSport. The workload is going to be so much, and they have warned that no one in football is close to the solution to fixture congestion. There is fixture congestion issue right now. Liverpool will face AC Milan on Tuesday in the Champions League, which from this season has an 8-game league phase, and of course a potential to league playoff before the last 16. Imagine that fixture, imagine that lineup, imagine that workload. Last season, if you could remember, Liverpool actually played about I'm not very sure, but I think I'm sure now about 58 matches across all competition. Those were the games they played last season. Should the Red reach the final of every competition they will play in this campaign, it means they will play about 65 matches, excluding the potential FA Cup replays and the Champions League playoff round-off. Well, off-round, I don't know, but then this is massive, this is big, and sometimes nobody asks the players what they think about adding more games. Alisson is complaining. Alisson is 31 and he's the one complaining right now. If you look at that fixture, if you look at that workload, it is so much that is for Liverpool. We are not talking about other leagues yet, but then on the whole, it is something that needs to be looked into. And as a matter of fact, let's quickly get through all the things that are happening from the world of sport. And right now, I am bringing the big matters, the big stories from the world of sport, as the hearing into Manchester City's 115 charges for alleged breaches of the Premier League's financial rules began yesterday. City were charged and referred to an independent commission in February 2023 following a 4-year investigation. It is alleged that City breached its financial rules between 2009 and 2018. Sometimes these things happen and you think you will go away with it, but then the authorities are monitoring. This is England, where you cannot just do things and go away with it free of charge like it is in some climes in some parts of the world. As I speak with you, the City strongly deny all charges and have said their case is supported by a comprehensive body of irrefutable evidence. We have the evidence. That's what Manchester City is saying. This thing is a mere allegation. What you're saying is an allegation, and we have evidences to everything that we have said, and these evidences are irrefutable. That is what Manchester City is saying. But the Premier League claim City breach rules requiring the club to provide accurate financial information that gives a true and fair view of the club's financial position. If you say that what they are saying is so clear, it's not something difficult, it is not something too stringent to do. If you say you have not defaulted, if you say these claims are false, then make it plain, make it fair, bring your financial statements, let's know the position. It is clear. Well, at the end of the day, let's see what will happen. The information cover club revenue, which includes sponsorship income and of course operating costs, and it also accuses the Premier League champions of not cooperating when the Premier League investigation began. Lack of cooperation. You know, some of the things you do in Nigeria and go free with it, if you do it in England, you won't go free. All right, that's what is happening to Manchester City right now. I don't know how Manchester City fans are feeling right now. Nothing, no issue, no issue. Let's just wait until it's over. It is not over until it's over. When it's over, we can now say it is over. Will it be in favor of Manchester City, or it will be in favor of those that have actually accused them of some foul play? So far, so good. Now, let's quickly move to other things happening from other parts of the world. But before then, I would just like you to know that City have now won 8 league titles, okay, and multiple cups and the Champions League since their 2008 takeover, not 18, 2008. I think I need to get that straight. 2008 takeover, they took over by the Abu Dhabi United Group. That's when Abu Dhabi actually took over in 2008, and these are the things they've won. Some person said Manchester City is a club that everyone love. A lot of people like them. The private hearing expected to last around 10 weeks is being held at the International Dispute Resolution Center back there in the city of London, and this case have any negative, in case there is any negative impact on the team's performance, it is going to go deep down with Manchester City. But then if they actually lose and they are found guilty, it is going to affect Manchester City negatively. Their image and everything is going to go down the drain, and that is not good enough for the club. As a matter of fact, so many things happening from the world of sport. But let me let you know this morning that Anthony must earn the right to play for Manchester United. This is coming from Erik ten Hag yesterday. Erik ten Hag was actually in the news yesterday when he was talking about Marcus Rashford, that the lash, the backlash, the trashing, the complaint, the criticism coming for him is way too much for the young lad. And you know what it means? When criticism, especially negative criticisms, are not constructive criticisms, when negative criticisms are coming on any player, not just players, but anyone, anywhere, wherever you are, if the criticism is negative, maybe coming out of animosity, maybe it's coming out of envy and greed, you will feel somehow, and it will affect your operations. That's the same thing happening to Rashford, and Erik ten Hag spoke about it yesterday. Today, it is all about Anthony. Manchester United manager says Brazil winner Anthony has to earn the right to play for the club, as the £82 million signing from Ajax in 2022 is the second most expensive player in United's history behind Paul Pogba, but he scored just 5 goals and 3 assists in how many games? 55 Premier League appearances, and last season contributed a single goal and 1 assist as United finished 8th the 24-year-old has already only had a single minute action in this season. What will that do? What impact will that make? Well, sometimes if you don't give him enough time, you won't even know how good he is. And that's the reason he should be given more time. The more playing time, the more tactics come to play, and the more results he gets. And that's what it is. Right now, we're moving away from there. Let's go to other things happening from the world of sport as we try to run up of the show this morning. Coming back to Nigeria, as a matter of fact, I don't know, but it is a beautiful one right here for me. And what am I talking about? According to information reaching us, it says Rwanda, I don't know, but then they are on top of their game. And you know what is happening in Rwanda right now. The North Africans started their qualifying campaign with a 1-1 home draw against the Amavubi. Their coach has been asked to go. We don't want you anymore. Coach Shila, your time is up. Please pack your bag and baggages, whatever you came with, and move out. That is Libya firing their coach ahead of their Eagles clash. Libya have fired their coach. Why would you fire Milutin at this very time? Because he's been asked to go because of his performance so far, and according to the information, the whole thing is not going his way. African Cup of Nations qualifying series is what's happening right now. The Mediterranean Knights are winless. They are winless. They are goalless. They are nowhere to be found after 2 games in the qualifiers. And the North Africans started their qualifying campaign with a 1-1 home draw, no home advantage, playing against the Amuvi of Rwanda. They lost 2-1 away to the Cheetahs of Benin Republic on match day 2. Some persons will say, well, is it not Benin Republic? We can win them. It is not like that. The game is not like that, as a matter of fact. Well, I'm rounding up, but before I go, let me just let you know that so many things are happening, and Lookman anticipate Arsenal's UCL clash. Atlanta forward and the 2024 Ballon d'Or nominee Ademola Lookman is looking forward to a new challenger as the Europa League champions battle Arsenal in their first game. Who are you giving it to, Arsenal or Atlanta? Hey, you know, a lot of people want to give it to Ademola Lookman because that guy, everybody, success has many brothers, but failure is an orphan. I think Arsenal is looking more, for some persons, not me anyway, some fans are saying Arsenal is looking more like they will just not go too far, but then it's too early to write any club off. That's what I believe right now. And as a matter of fact, it's good to let you know that Leicester City's midfielder Ndidi joined Arsenal, Man City, Man United stars in the Premier League team of the week. That's a very good one for Wilfred Ndidi, who has been very, very fantastic in his club. And of course, Super Eagles striker Victor Boniface has made the German Bundesliga's team of the week following his brace and assist for Bayern Leverkusen. And that's going to be the size. But before we go, remember that Anthony Joshua from the world of boxing has been through a lot of pain over the past 2 years as the bidder. He is going to bid to at least as it is right now, he is going to become a 3-time world champion against fellow British heavyweight Daniel Dubious. But let's see how that match is going to go on Saturday. And that's going to be the size of Talk Sport on Global Television today. We'll come on your way again tomorrow for the midweek edition of Talk Sport on Global Television. My name is Ramsey Enoch. Have a wonderful day ahead of you. Bye-bye for now.